to Dan for the call on that one. Looks like we have another train problem in Vancouver, so the rail arms are malfunctioning at Renfrew and Heb. There is a detour available for that one at Caslow, the East 12. Looks like the snow might be triggering the arms to go down when no trains in sight because we have a few of those problems on the go. Also, Highway 1 westbound just past 200th, the 200th overpass. We do have a crash there. Emergency crews are on scene to that one. So that is causing big delays for Highway 1 westbound, so do be aware of that if you are trying to get back into the lower mainland via Highway 1. Thank you so much to Steve for the call on that one. Taking a quick look at the other major routes, the Massey Tunnel looking not too bad. Alex Fraser and Queensboro bridges look perfect. Patello looks okay, and the Port Mann Bridge is a little bit heavy, both east and westbound right now, but that's just as people slow down due to the weather conditions, of course. And Highway 1 through the Burnaby Lake stretch, seeing a little bit of volume there right around Burnaby Lake, but looks like traffic is flowing well. The Ironworkers Bridge, not bad. Lionsgate southbound, a little bit of volume on the approach. Northbound looking perfect though. And just a quick reminder that we have had many reports of slippery conditions, so do remember to slow down and drive with caution. For the southbound border crossings, Peace Arch and Pacific, both sitting at about 20 minutes. Aldergrove and Sumas about 5. Northbound Peace Arch about 40. Pacific 40. Aldergrove and Sumas, both just a 5-minute wait. All Willowbrook Chrysler customers get free hot dogs 52 weekends a year for life. Only at Willowbrook Chrysler and Langley, where friends need more than money. From the News 1130 Weather Center now. For tonight, there is a snowfall warning in effect for Metro Vancouver and the Fraser Valley. So for today, snow at times heavy, 5 to 10 centimeters is expected with a high of 0. But for tonight, snow will change to rain and wind as the temperature rises to +4 by tomorrow morning. And then for tomorrow, you can expect that rain to taper off by about noon, then just mainly cloudy for the afternoon with a high of 9. Right now, -2 at the airport, -3 in the valley, downtown Vancouver, -2.
News 1130 is the only Vancouver radio station with traffic and weather together every 10 minutes on the ones, and traffic alerts get you there on time. News 1130 time 2:14, and coming up next to News 1130 Sports with Marcus Fitzgerald.
Yeah, we'll have an update from Rogers Arena. Canucks and the Blue Jackets on the way in 60 seconds.
It's 2:14.
Our engagement rings are displayed in open showcases.
Highway. Alex Fraser and Queensboro bridges look perfect, no problems over on the Botello. And for the Portman Bridge, I am seeing quite a bit of volume on Highway 1 eastbound from Burnaby Lake stretch and across the bridge deck. Westbound, quite heavy as well, from about, you're just going to see some pretty heavy volume from about 200th Street all the way to the bridge deck, but it is moving. Southbound border crossings, Peace Arch and Pacific, both at about 20 minutes. Alder Grove and Sumas sitting at about 5. Northbound Peace Arch about 50 minutes. Pacific's a way better option at about 20. Alder Grove and Sumas just a 5-minute wait. Sullivan Medical Walk-in Clinic is now accepting new patients, offering both male and female. Weather Center now. For tonight, there is a snowfall warning in effect for Metro Vancouver and the Fraser Valley, so do expect snow at times quite heavy. About 5 to 10 centimeters is expected with a high of 0. And for later on tonight, the snow should change to rain a little bit before midnight, and not just windy as the temperature rises to about +4 by morning. For Monday, rain ending near noon, then mainly cloudy with a high of 9. Tuesday, periods of rain, high of 7. And on Wednesday, periods of rain, high of 7 as well. Thursday, cloudy with a chance of showers and a high of 7. Right now, it's -2 at the airport, -4 in the valley, and in downtown Vancouver, -2.
Get breaking news, traffic, and weather anywhere, anytime. Go to news1130.com and listen live on your PC or mobile devices. Powered by Apple Dental Implant Center, now with locations in Vancouver and White Rock.
News 1130 time, 2:24. For many of us, pets are just part of the family and enjoy holiday festivities right along with us. But News 1130's Allison Bailey reports while delicious food and beautiful decorations delight you, they can be dangerous for your dog or cat.
It's the most wonderful.
SPCA says the same goes for small toys and a few other things you may have around home.
Chocolate, of course, is very toxic to cats and dogs and can actually be deadly. There's poisonous plants out there, mistletoe, holly.
Moriarty adds poinsettias are commonly believed to be poisonous for animals, but are actually not. I'm Allison Bailey.
And coming up in 60 seconds, Canadian marijuana producers are racing to increase their output ahead of legalization for recreational use. Richard Southern is your Money News. News 7:30 time, 2:25.
A Money Mart installment loan, put simply. Installment 1. What the heck?
Time, 2:26.
Money News at 26 and 56. Money News 11:30.
Here's Richard Southern.
Canada's medical marijuana producers have been frantically trying to ramp up production in advance of the extended legalization of the recreational use of the drug. For some, that means acquiring other companies. For others, it means building massive facilities to grow pot. Aurora Cannabis has announced that it's building the world's largest marijuana greenhouse. Located in Leduc County, Alberta. Cam Batley is the executive VP at Aurora.
It will be 800,000 square feet and will produce in excess of 100,000 kilograms of high-quality, low-cost cannabis per year.
What type of method will you use to grow?
What we've chosen is a hybrid, closed-system greenhouse of Dutch design. It will allow us to very precisely control all critical environmental variables.
We've seen some big deal-making in the space last week. Canopy Grove buying MetRum for $400+ million. Are we going to see some more consolidation, you think?
I expect that there will be. Certainly, we will be opportunistic with respect to M&A opportunities.
Are you confident, though, that these existing medical marijuana producers like yourself will be the ones supplying the recreational market?
You know, the federal task force on legalization reported to the ministers on the 30th of November, and we'll be anticipating the public release of that task force report quite soon. But we've got no indication of anything but positive news with respect to the licensed producers. And if you think about it, that makes sense. We have the world's most successful medical cannabis system. It's highly regulated. It's been remarkably successful. It's a model for the rest of the world, and it is worth anticipating that the news that we get from the federal government will be favorable to licensed producers.
And clearly that's the long-term business plan, right?
That's exactly right.
That's Ken Bentley, the Executive VP at Aurora Cannabis. And at the Business Center, I'm Richard Seven.
You see the forecast, buddy? Snow today.
Yeah, time to get new winter tires.
Oh, man, what are we going to do?
Why do people fear buying tires?
Well, one brand's better for performance, another for safety, a third for highway driving. How do you know which to get, man?
Easy. Get Westlake tires. Great quality, performance, warranty, and a more sensible price tag. Just go online to find a dealer near you. WestlakeTire.ca.
Westlake will make me fearless.
This winter, go fearless with Westlake Tires. Sold in Canada for over 22 years.
For many, thoughts of the holiday season are filled with sparkling lights, frosty nights, and crackling fires. And of course, Santa. Hi, I'm Gail Terry, manager of the Richmond Auto Mall. With the help of over 240 volunteers and 80 sponsors, our 13th annual Windows of Hope has transformed the mall with magical scenes of the season, helping us raise over $30,000 for the Richmond Christmas Fund. From everyone at the Richmond Auto Mall, thank you. And happy holidays to you and yours. Visit richmondautomall.com and donate to the Christmas Bear.
News 11:30 time, 2:29. A quick check of the traveler's weather. If you are headed to Victoria tomorrow, expect rain and a high of pleasant 8 degrees, considering what we're sitting at -2 right now here in Vancouver. And Prince George, periods of snow, -2. Kamloops, a mix of sun and cloud, -2 there as well. And in Kelowna, clouds, and expect -3 degrees. If you are headed over to Calgary, chance of flurries 0. And in Toronto, mainly sunny, -6 degrees. Kayla Butler is producing this News 1130 show. News 1130 time, 2:30.
At 11:30 on the AM band and worldwide at news1130.com. Vancouver's breaking news, traffic and weather station. News 1130.
Good afternoon. Thanks for joining us. It is Sunday, December the 18th. I'm Kristen Woodhouse in Vancouver. We are sitting at a snowy but beautiful -2 degrees. These are News 1130's top stories.
The Ministry of Highways is keeping a close eye on the Alex Fraser Bridge, where ice bombs are becoming a persistent symptom of a major snowfall.
Unable to shovel your sidewalk today? Call a snow angel. City of Vancouver's team of volunteers are ready to keep your neighborhood safe. Jodie Emery fires back at her critics. Hot activist is clarifying her remarks after she was quoted as saying alcohol causes rape. Columbus has the best power play in the league, and it's giving the Canucks plenty of trouble at Rogers Arena. Sports at 45.
Questioning the future of jumbo jets. Why airlines are shifting away from the biggest planes built by Boeing and Airbus. Money news at 56.
News 1130 time, 2:31.
News 1130. Traffic and weather together every 10 minutes on the ones.
For the Monitoring Center, monitoring traffic, here is Lindsay Hempel.
That's right, Kristen. So we do have a couple of problems due to train arms being down, but no train in sight. So the first one's in Richmond. That's at Alderbridge Way and Shell Road. That's causing some major delays. So do try and avoid that intersection altogether if you can. And another problem due to the train arms being down, that's at Renfrew and Heb. So there is a detour available for that one. That's at Caslow via East 12th Ave. We are hearing that the snow is triggering train arms to come down. So do expect some issues in those two areas, and there could even be some other areas where that's happening as well. If you see anything, give us a call at star 1130. Heading over to Highway 1 westbound now, we do have a crash. A vehicle crashed into a barricade. That's on Highway 1 westbound, just west of 200th Street. So that is causing some delays for Highway 1 westbound. Things are very slow in the area. If you happen to have an update on that one, I'd love to hear from you. Star 1130 or at News 1130 Traffic. So Highway 1 westbound, you are pretty slow all the way from the Port Mann Bridge to about about 200th Street. Once you do pass 200th, though, things really open up and you're in pretty good shape the rest of the way. So that is Highway 1 westbound, slow between 200th and the Port Mann Bridge. Highway 1 eastbound also slow between the Port Mann Bridge and 200th as well. But past 200th, the highway looks fine all the way through Abbotsford and Chilliwack and into Hope, so no problems there. Heading over to some of the other major bridges, the Patello looks fine. The Alex Fraser and Queensboro bridges, definitely some volume, but looks like there's no issues going on there. And for the Massey Tunnel, traffic is steady as well. On your Richmond-Vancouver bridges, Arthur Lang, Oak and Knight, you're problem-free. And for the North Shore, Ironworkers looking okay. Lionsgate northbound in pretty good shape, but southbound, you are pretty heavy on the approach. Southbound border crossings, Peace Arch and Pacific, both at about 20 minutes. Aldergrove and Sumas sitting at about 5. Northbound Peace Arch at about 45. Pacific's a way better option at about 20. Aldergrove and Sumas, just a 5-minute wait. Just a quick reminder that we have had many reports of slippery conditions out there, so do remember to slow down and drive according to the road conditions. Only $9.99 a month for your alarm monitoring. Stop paying too much. Call the Monitoring Center today, 1-866-247 for $9.99 and receive 6 months free. From the News 1130 Weather Center now, there is a snowfall warning in effect for Metro Vancouver and the Fraser Valley. So for today, snow at times heavy. We're expecting about 5 to 10 centimeters, a high of 0. For tonight, though, snow should change to rain and wind as the temperature rises to +4 by tomorrow morning. And then for tomorrow, rain ending near noon, then just mainly cloudy for the afternoon with a high of 9. Right now, -2 at the airport, -4 in the valley, downtown Vancouver, -2.
News 1130 time, 2:34.
This is a News 1130 Storm Watch.
While there is more snow in store for the Lower Mainland, there's still a snowfall warning in effect for Metro Vancouver and the Fraser Valley. Some areas could get up to 15 centimeters of the white stuff, and luckily we've got more details for you from our meteorologist Russ Lacate.
Light snow arrived on schedule during the wee hours last night, still targeting many parts of the Lower Mainland and accumulating a further 5 to 15 centimeters today. Now, the transition to a phase change from snow to freezing rain and then to rain begins on the coastline and over the lowlands tonight, eventually spreading east and north towards the mountains and the eastern suburbs later on and reaching the inland sections of the valley through Monday morning. So even as snow changes to rain by the water's edge, it's possible for much heavier snow to continue piling up in the valley and along the Sea to Sky route ahead of that transition.
Drivers in Metro Vancouver are being treated to another slushy mess on the highways today. But fear not, gentle traveler. News 1130's Curtis During tells us we've so far managed to avoid the worst of the winter driving conditions.
Darren L. with Main Road Contracting says volumes on the highways haven't been that high. It seems many people are choosing to wait out the snow at home, and the drivers that are out have been able to handle themselves.
They're paying attention, they're slowing down, they're heeding the warnings, and I think that it's going very well.
Main Road has all of their crews out, some 35 trucks, mostly just clearing slush.
Because the roads are nice and warm, and we've done a lot of pre-treatment, so there's lots of salt right on the roads as well as salt.
But with heavy rain expected to follow the snow, their job is far from over.
We'll have crews out there again. We'll be switching gears from snow removal to water patrol and flood patrol.
I'm Curtis Doring.
Well, the snow isn't the only tricky thing for drivers. Pedestrians also having to take their time today. News 1130's Brock Hunter reports if you live in Vancouver, you could have some help shoveling your sidewalks.
People in Vancouver are responsible for clearing snow and ice from sidewalks that surround their property by 10 a.m. the morning following a snowfall. Ken Brown